To perform a kettlebell swing, you need to be really good at all forms of hip hinging and kettlebell deadlifting and really even barbell deadlifting. This exercise is very strictly a hinge. Most people will fall into the habit of trying to squat when they're trying to do this exercise. Be very careful to not squat. You're not trying to bend your knees more. Instead, you're only trying to bend your hips. So we'll start off with a good stance width, at least shoulder width wide or a little bit wider. And from here, I'm not going to start with the kettlebell underneath me directly. Instead, it's going to be slightly out in front of me. Slightly out in front of me. That way, whenever I hinge and reach to grab, I can actually go ahead and swing it backwards to get started. So hands are going to sling back, and hips are going to thrust forward in order to make the kettlebell move. Now, what I'm not doing is I'm not lifting my arms to make the kettlebell move. There's no need for the kettlebell to go very high at all. So arms are not part of this. Instead, we're just squeezing those butt cheeks together, really thrusting the hips forward in order to make the bell move. So from here, I'm swinging back as hard as I can. One of the expressions kettlebell swingers use is thumbs in your bum. That's kind of what you're shooting for. So from here, swing back and hips thrust forward, just like that. And the height of the kettlebell is just determined by how hard you thrust your hips forward. So remember, we're not squatting down. You shouldn't have this happen. No squatting, but instead bending right at the hips. So allowing your hips to hinge way, way back and also to thrust really far forward. That way you're getting a full range of motion. Try your best, in addition to avoiding squatting, try to avoid really arching and moving the back around. This is not a back exercise, it's primarily for your butt. Your back may feel it some, but you should really feel that the butt cheeks are squeezing in order to move the weight rather than moving your back around to make the thing swing. Okay, so remember, start in front, feet are wide, snatch it back, thrust forward, just like that. Allow the arms to remain relaxed. Okay? And there you go.